Not everybody in your corner believes in you, especially when you can't let them into your brain so they can see the vision. A lot of people, they just want to see the end result. Some people may not be ready to give their relationship up with their family members who are toxic to them, who are literally blocking their blessings just because they want to say, oh, I have family in my corner.
The real support really don't come from family and friends. It's really from complete strangers.
AP, that's it.
Welcome to AP That's It Podcast. This is the podcast for the good guys by a good guy that's here to have no BS conversations, man. Look, this conversation today is going to be amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to tap into it. But before we do me a favor, make sure you follow us on all our socials at @APDASIT __. That's at EPIDASIT __. We're on the road to, matter of fact, scratch 500. We're on the road to 1,000, man. You feel me? You feel me? Instagram been going crazy. We went from 500. We didn't literally keep hitting the 100 milestone. We almost had 1,000 for me. So thank you so much for the support. And also, it was Men's Month last month. Of course, make sure you guys tune into all those episodes. I promise you will learn a thing or two or three or four. You're going to learn something about yourself, fellas. So make sure you go ahead and check out the last episodes. And without further ado, I am very excited today. Because we are here. We are joined today by an amazing woman. I'm talking about she is a mother. She is a wife. And she's also a businesswoman, and, you know, juggling all these hats. You feel me? It's always broadcast in society that you got to pick one. You feel me? You got to pick one. You got to either be a mother full-time, a wife full-time, or a businesswoman full-time, but you're managing to balance all three. So I'm not going to toot your horn. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, and let the people know who you are. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my name is Marie-Christine London. I am the owner, creator, and CEO of Works of London, LLC, a modern luxury skincare company. The formulation started around 2013.
Okay.
It took me 7 long years to formulate it. I'm not a chemist. However, my husband is a nurse, and he washes his hands a lot. And he came to me. I was already making the Shea Butter. He goes, can you make it not greasy? Can you make it more hydrating? And again, I'm not a chemist.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But after the formula was ready, it's been up from there.
It's been up from there. And I can testify. Feel me? Shout out to you, because they sent me a kit. And I can't lie to you, I was sad once my kit finished.
Well, you know, I got something on me. I got you.
Say less. Yeah, so you mentioned Works of London. So where did that name come from? Because
I did not come up with it. If I'm going to be honest with you, my husband came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be like after 5 years. He's like, okay, are you going to sell this? Like, the formula is ready. Like, you should sell it. I'm like, well, I don't have a name. What should I call it? And he was just like, Works of London. I was like, damn. I was like, in 2 seconds, how'd you come up with that?
I need him here now. I got to know where did he come with that? You know, right. Works of London.
I was just like, how did you? He was like, I mean, it's your work. And I'm like, and that's when where my tagline kind of came from. Travails ancêtres, the ancestors' work. Mm-hmm. My grandmothers were healing women, nurses, herbal women from Guinea. Anybody who's scared of that's your business, not mine. And I feel like I'm carrying on their work in my own way, but I'm healing just like they are. So it was very fitting to not only honor my ancestors, but honor my culture, myself, because it's really my work. I do all of it.
Yeah. So you said it took about 7 years to get the formula down pat. Like, I'm sure that's like the secret formula.
I'm not gonna tell you what's in it.
So then take us back.
Okay.
Take us back. 2013. Tell us how that whole scenario started. Because at that time, also, I want you to know, at that 2013, you were married, correct?
No, I was His girlfriend.
He was his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. So yeah, walk us through that process. So
okay, so it's 2013. I returned back to my natural state. I cut my perm off.
Mhm.
It had been like maybe 3 years. I started using natural products. I just started doing a lot of research on like perms and stuff. This was not too far after Good Hair came out, and it was telling you how bad perms were for you. I was like, ugh, gotta give this up. So I cut my hair and I just went on a journey to find natural products that didn't have a lot of chemicals, because a lot of these things have chemicals. We don't even know what they do, what they are, how they affect us, but we put it on our body and our skin. If people didn't know, it's your largest organ on your body. Anything you put on there, it absorbs it. And we're really out here putting a lot of foolishness on our skin and not even thinking twice about it. So I was just tired of that.
That's true. I can't test it. we just started it.
You feeling the Holy Ghost?
Come on now.
Amen, amen.
But I can agree. That's one thing that I also to the guys that don't know. That's why I started to also I gravitated towards your your products, is because I'm also a person that uses a lot of organic products, and starting from my skincare routine and all of that. So I literally made that whole switch. So every time I come across a business owner that does skincare stuff, I'm like, okay, so is it organic though? Like, is it you feel me? And some of them like, no, I did this, and I'm like, so not for me. You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate that. So boom, 2013 happened. You got your formula 7 years. So after that 7 year, how was that process now to like, okay, I got my recipe down, I know my stuff. How do I get myself out there?
Well, luckily for me, back in 2013, I still to this day, my group of friends, they made it their business to support my business when it was literally an idea. When I had 1 butter and 3 oils that I was beating with a fork in my kitchen, my friends were buying jars just to support my dream, not because the product was top tier, but it's like, oh, my friend is selling shea butter, I'm gonna sell it. And as I improve the formula, they're like, girl, take my money. And it just gave me the boost to not give it up, because I don't know if you recall at that time, like it was the natural hair movement was like really, really like thick. Black women were on it, and everybody was, doing some kind of natural product. So my friends really kept me afloat. They supported it. And then in 2020, when I was ready to officially launch with a name and a logo and everything, they're like, it's about time. The people know what it is.
We know that feeling.
So honestly, it was really my own personal friends who kept my dream alive. If it wasn't for them, I probably would have found something else to do.
And that is so important, because we were just talking about, like I said, I just work here, people. I'm just the face. I wouldn't be anything without my boys in the back to really support me. So that is really amazing. It's really crazy. And I really want to touch on that too, how much like support systems is really important when starting up anything. Whether it's in music field or whether it's entertainment or in business, it is important to have a really solid, good support system.
I agree.
Now let's touch a little bit about your motto. Your motto, don't be ashy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She walked up in here, she looked at everybody. She was like,
I sure did, because y'all not gonna be in my presence, Lukey the Ash Slayer, and y'all ashy.
Hold on, Lukey the woo? Say it again.
Ash Slayer. Just call me Lukey the Ash Slayer. It was a nickname given to me by my brand ambassador, Me Spady. This was when I first met. I went to his show. I showed up in my very fabulous fur coat. And I don't know if you guys remember American Gangster, when the fur coat got him in trouble for wearing it. He was like, who this? Lukey with the fur. My fur coat is slaying, and it just really
You just
stuck.
stick to it. Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the logo? Or I mean the motto for your brand?
It really just came out. I'm not really gonna like say I was thinking about it or anything like that. My very first brand ambassador, Meet Spady. I remember he's a rap artist. His album is dropping next month, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Of course.
I was talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, this product is really nice." And I'm like, "Well, if you like it so much, write 16 bars, a cool 8 bars real quick. Let me know how you really feel." And then a few months later, I got a jingle, and I would say, "Don't be ashy." He asked me, "What do you think we should call the song?" I said, "Don't be ashy." He was like, "We're not calling it that." And it just really stuck. Now my son is on the internet, just you ashy. Yeah.
My mom could slay that.
Yeah. No, and then it turned into a little jingle all on its own. Not because I was looking to do it, but it just kind of happened that way. But I mean, we're all ashy until you start using Works of London, honestly.
Ooh.
Say what I said.
Ooh. Come on now, I better stop playing with it. Okay, so boom. We're moving on to the next part, which is so you said that the Works of London literally comes from you with healing and basically health wise, and with your husband being a nurse and all of that. So of course we did our research. We see that your brand ambassadors are mostly around athlete based type of brand ambassador. Talk to us a little bit more about that. Why you focus solely on that and not everybody else?
Love to everybody in all shapes, forms, and sizes. No shade, all love, right? But me personally, I've been battling depression since I was 12 years old, and made several attempts on my life in my 34 years of life. And the thing that saved me was first therapy, and also treating my body right, eating right, exercising to keep my mental clear, because I don't know if anybody else suffer from anxiety or depression in here, but it can feel like you're drowning inside of your own body.
Yeah.
And exercise saved my life. And I would be doing myself a disservice to not tell people that they should care for themselves in a way that's going to not only keep them alive longer, but also you look good naked. Like, let's be real.
Right. That's a fact. I love this. Went from that and depression to, man, you work out, you look good naked.
No, because
that's facts though. I agree.
mean,
that's true.
You have different benefits from it, and it helped me mentally. And the cherry on top was that, well, damn, I look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit here and not. I'm selling wellness. I'm not just selling, body lotion and handmade soaps and stuff like. I'm really selling a lifestyle. The things that I preach, I do practice.
Yeah.
And so I want my brand ambassadors to reflect that. I'm sorry, but I'm not about to support somebody who's can't go up 2 flights of steps without and I can't do it.
Sidebar, don't you worry that they might be coming at you for this?
I mean, come at me, bro. I said what I said. It's not like it's common sense. Like, again, all love to everybody in every shape and size. Just because you're bigger, that does not mean you're unhealthy. But the majority of the time, I don't care what your numbers say, bro, you're not right. So I said what I said. You want to come at me? Come at me, bro.
Capiche. Oh my goodness. But then, so then it makes sense a lot of time. Now I really want to touch base on that a little bit with the person talk. Mental health, very important.
Yes.
It's such very important. But I also see why they always say like, yo, whenever you're going through depression or whenever you're going through a heartbreak, whenever you go to the gym. Because it's like you always say, you release all of that, all of those emotions out, but the cherry on top, you look
I
good
look
naked.
good. Yeah.
So yeah, that is very important. That is very important.
It's kill two birds with one stone.
Kill two
Why
birds with one
wouldn't
stone.
you?
So you're pushing wellness with your brand. And so is there like a way that you can is there a way that you're promoting that within that service?
Not necessarily. I don't have an exact way. We
Mhm.
all have to bathe. Point blank, period. Unless you're homeless and you don't have somewhere to bathe. We all have to bathe. And a lot of people think self-care is going to go get your nails done, getting a massage, getting your hair done, spending an exuberant amount of money. When the basic of self-care, flossing your teeth, brushing your tongue in a tongue
Scraping
scraper.
your tongue. Oh, yes. Yes.
Washing twice a day, exfoliating properly,
Yeah.
and not walking out the house ashy. Like that's literally the basic of self-care.
Self-care, yeah.
Any and everything else is a cherry on top.
Yeah. Fellas, take notes. I preach this myself. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I talk about this all the time. I give the tips every single time. Maybe they won't listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
I think they listen to me either.
Damn. So we both taking the L.
Yeah, I'm going.
You feel me?
Maybe that's why we have to tag team them and
We
just
might have to.
a 1-2 punch. Like you're ashy. I said you ashy.
Scrape your tongue. Brush your teeth. Don't forget deodorant.
Okay.
Skincare.
Because it's summertime. And
It's
y'all,
summertime,
they
man.
be rank outside.
Yo. We not even gonna touch on that, man.
Yeah, we're gonna let's stay focused.
Focus. Yes. Now we spoke about the journey of how the brand came. So one of the challenges that you came was the 7 year of coming with your formula. What is another struggle that you've encountered while building this brand? Of how long, by the way?
10 I'm years, celebrating 10 years this year.
10 years. So she knows what she's talking about. You've been in the game. So after 7 years of building your perfect recipe, what other struggles have you encountered?
Well, it's a saturated market. Everybody and their mama got some kind of butter going on. And, and there's room for everybody, but respectfully. They're not this.
Oh, talk more on that.
Respectfully, y'all not works of London. I said what I said, and if you want to test me on what I'm saying, buy the product and try it yourself. I stand behind it, and I don't even have to say anything for it. It speaks for itself.
I don't want to be biased, but I used it. I can testify.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so how does you with promotion wise again, of course, because I remember not my mentor, but a guy I consider to be my mentor. He says that you could be great at something, but if nobody sees it, then it's basically, you know what I'm saying, in the dark. So how is it that, you're pushing your brand out besides the brand ambassadors? Because that's a struggle that a lot of business owners have, which is with marketing and getting your stuff out there. So it seems like you have valid, good brand ambassadors. You feel me? Potential in the works, hopefully. You feel me? But how is it that you're getting your brand out there? Because I know there's somebody there's a mother out here that's waiting to get their brand out, but they just don't know how to do that.
Honestly, I just wake up every day and go on and get on the apps and post my content as often as I can, especially if it's good. Personally, I don't know any skincare companies with a jingle.
Yeah, that's
time
true.
to plug.
You do have your own hook song.
I have a jingle like McDonald's, but better. Okay. First of all, I don't endorse whack rappers. I don't do that at all. My brand ambassador, who is the first face, the first person to say, yes, I'm going to co-sign you. His name is Meet Spady. He wrote the jingle after asking me a couple of questions about the product. I'm like, well, hold up now, friend. I can't give you my recipe or nothing. But okay. But he took a few answered questions, and he turned it into a brilliant 1-minute jingle that tells you some of the ingredients that are in the product, what it's good for. It's great for everybody. It's unisex. It's not just catered to women. And that's another thing. Men like to think that, oh, these body butter things, they
It's
just
only
for women. And that's why y'all ashy.
That's why y'all ashy for real. Maybe I'm gonna say something now. I'm gonna keep it real short and clean. The women got the best products.
Period. We really do. And I'm not just going to blame the men, though. I do blame the women because, we're walking around. Well, not me, because my man ain't ashy. I don't know about the other people. But the men in my life, there's not one of them that can walk outside and be ashy and not be called out. We know what's good. A lot of times y'all are hard-headed and you smell too women.
For sure.
It's like, y'all gotta relax.
Nah, that's facts. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen, you can call me what you want to call me, man. I be using the women products. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It's like, men, they're like, oh, this is for a man brought his ashy problems to me. So y'all don't have to be afraid. It doesn't smell too girly. I have a plethora of scents. The formula is non-greasy.
That's so key. That is so key.
Since we're talking about it, so the product is formulated to help heal eczema, psoriasis, extreme dry skin. You can put it on your natural hair, because I don't want people thinking you can put it on synthetic weaves. No, you can put it on your natural hair if you look like me, because different textures react differently. So I have to be clear. You can use it on your lips. It helps heal calluses, tattoos, sunburn, fade the look of stretch marks, hyperpigmentation, and scars.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. It's really a miracle in a jar.
Up and coming new real masquiti.
There's real masquiti in it.
Oh,
because I'm Haitian, and real masquiti, it heals all. There's real masquiti in it. It's a coconut oil free formula, because a lot of people have allergic reactions to coconut formula, and coconut formula tends to dry out your skin. So I chose not to put it in my formula, but it is just, you tested it. It's divine. Yeah, I tested it. It's divine.
Personally, like I said, I'm an advocate for it because I'm an oily skin type. Okay. So me using your products, and it's like, I'm not, I'm shining,
but you're not shining.
You know what I mean?
Yes. You're glowing.
That's really exactly. So that's what I really enjoyed about your product, and I'm so glad that I got to try it out. Oh, while we on that topic, what's your most selling item? Like, what's your most selling?
My most popular item is my signature blend.
Go ahead, show the people now.
Little baby, this is the signature blend. It comes in various scents. It comes in unscented cocoa. It smells literally like cocoa butter. There's no other scents added to it. I have 2 vanilla scents. One is midnight vanilla, and one is Egyptian vanilla. You got to try that. One, yes. I feel like it's a day and nighttime vanilla. Yes. Egyptian vanilla is more so for the daytime, whereas midnight vanilla is more like for the sexy time. Like, I'm going to bed and I'm trying to thirst trap. Then we have golden sand and golden oud. All of my scents are unisex. They smell great on both men and women. It depends on your body chemistry. It's going to smell different on everybody, but they slap severely. Yeah. They smell so good.
Yeah. So I would really I stand behind this 100%. I cannot lie. I will stand behind it 100%. So boom. Retrack. Go back in time. So while you were in your alchemy stage, what I'm saying?
Yes, that's my favorite book, The Alchemist. Yes, that's my favorite book.
The anime or the actual book?
The actual book.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen the anime. There's an anime?
Whoa, that's not the same thing? It's not the same thing. Oh, my fault. There's an anime called the
I was just about to say, there's an anime. I gotta start watching it.
2 different things. I'm sorry. Nerd moment.
It's okay. It's okay. But I just started watching anime.
Really?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, greatest anime of all times. Woo! Yes.
Yeah.
Great anime. One Piece, man. One Piece is still going on right now. It won't end till I have kids. But yes, throughout your whole this really sticks to me because I really want people to understand like it takes time to build something that lasts. You know what I'm saying? So to really take 7 years to perfect your craft, like what lessons have you learned in that 7 years? Because it's like it takes a lot. Personally, a lot of people would have given up already. You feel me? So
I'll be ready to give up every 2 days.
every entrepreneur says the same thing.
Listen, if it wasn't for my brand ambassador gathered me like a stingy ponytail. Last week I just was like, hey guys, I'm finna dissolve the LLC. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna find me a real job. I can't do this. And all I heard was, I know you lying. You gonna have us ashy. How are we gonna be ashy outside? Nah. You need a minute. Just regroup. How can we help? What can we do? And I've never had that. It's been me all these years. I just started getting brand ambassadors over the last year and a half. So delegating tasks to other people for my baby before I even birth a real baby is very scary.
Yeah.
But I know that I can't win if I don't trust other people to help me along the way. So it definitely has taught me patience. It has taught me that I am extremely resilient, that if I put my mind to something, I can actually make it happen. This happened out of thin air, not because I know a whole lot about a whole lot, but there was an issue. I was on my way to solving the issue, but my husband helped me fine tune what I wanted my product to do. And I don't want to be in just any space. I want to be in spaces where professionals who wash their hands a lot, like hospitals and physical therapy offices and stuff like that. I want to be in places where it matters the most, especially elderly people.
Yes.
My grandmother, may she rest, she was one of my elderly patient testers. How do I know that it does all the things that it does? I tested it on various different people. I tested it on my son, myself, and everybody comes back with a different experience, but everybody is not ashy. The texture of their skin improved. Their skin retain moisture better, and it just smoothed out their skin even more. Like they look like babies. And it brings a certain rejuvenation to the skin. So like I said, everybody's making shea butter, but not everybody's healing people. I'm healing people.
They not works of London.
Okay.
You feel me? You touched a little about finding a real job and all that thing. And I remember you had made a post about doubters. You know what I'm saying? People projecting their doubt onto you. How did you manage to deal with that?
I'm still dealing with that at this very second.
Oh wow.
Not everybody in your corner believes in you, especially when you can't let them into your brain so they can see the vision. A lot of people, they just want to see the end result. They just want to see you win big and you just out here in Target. So they be like, yeah, I'm renting Target.
Thanks.
And it's like, but where were you at to repost something on Instagram for free when nobody else was supporting me? Then this is why I appreciate the people who have been in my corner so much, because they're supporting me. The world doesn't have to tell them to. They're supporting me because they know what it is. And they're just waiting for the world to catch up. So I try not to listen to it. It does get to you after a while, because it's been 10 years. I haven't paid myself in 10 years. So it's not like Works of London have written me a check yet. It's coming. But I know that this is my calling. I know that this is my purpose. Before this, I was just flapping in the wind and trying to figure out what I want to do and chasing, hobbies and dreams. But this really makes me feel like I'm changing people's lives in the most basic way. Because allowing me to care for your skin, you have to have a lot of trust in me to do that.
Trust, yeah.
And that's not a responsibility that I take lightly at all.
Yeah, that's great that you said that, man. It's crazy because, too, people who take, like I said, 10 years is a lot, but really, though, you're just getting started.
And I was just about to say that although I have invested 10 years thus far, I've only been a real business entity for the last 3 years. I'm celebrating
that's exactly
year 3 in October.
Yeah.
So as many free jars I've given away in the last 10 years, I have so much more free jars to give away. Mm-hmm. And when I tell you it burns my biscuit, it makes me so mad because I feel like I've paid my dues already. Mm-hmm. But in reality, I'm really just now paying my dues because I'm just starting to get some kind of visibility on me, and people are, slowly but surely finding out who I am. Because, it's only but so many times somebody going to call you Ashley on Beyonce's internet before you're like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
It's like, hi. Yeah. You're still Ashley. Come see me, though.
And I'm so happy that I could be the platform or one of the platforms to showcase, up and coming business owners, especially Haitian, Black owned. You feel me? So I'm excited that I could be a part of your journey. And
honestly, I really can't say thank you enough. I consider myself Americanized because, I've been in America for over 20 years, but I still hold a green card. So I'm not really that American for real. You know what I'm saying? You see me? My culture means a lot to me.
Everything.
And to have the first of all, this is the very first podcast I've ever been invited to. So yay, thank you so much for the invitation of course. To be speaking to my people, the men in my family, because y'all are my cousins, y'all are my, my brothers, my nephews, and like y'all are the men that I know the best, Haitian men.
Haitian men, yes,
and so to be invited on a platform that recognize, Haitian entrepreneurs, and we're trying to do our thing and introducing us to our very own community, because I've been here, but when I tell people I'm Haitian, they're like, oh, you don't look like Haitian. And then I'm like,
what do you mean by that?
Comment yon Haitien semble?
You don't got to move on.
Right. I don't know what I'm supposed to look like. It's like, oh, son, why semble Haitien? It's like, ça bonjour. Pour penser ma Haitien.
Bonjour.
And then do you speak Haitian?
Do you speak Haitian? Kill me every time. Do you speak
United States of America? So I've been getting like, what?
It gets me every time.
Yeah, so, every time. I'm so proud to be Haitian.
To be honest.
Oh, man.
I don't know what else I would be if I was a Haitian.
Honestly, nothing is better. Our food slaps, our culture slap, the music is... Man, sorry to y'all, the folks on the islands, but and we're the first Black republic to get our independence. We said slavery.
Come on now, we said the tone. Come on now.
Mem.
Hey, better talk.
They hate us because they ain't us, really. But I'm so proud of my culture, and any pop-up shops that I do, I always make sure I have a Haitian flag right there, and they're like, "Oh, are you Haitian?" I'm like,
damn. I think we need a Haitian flag.
Okay. Y'all gotta represent.
Right here.
So I like to make it known where I'm from, because when I set up my tables, there's just certain elements of my culture that's already on my table. Like I have crystals, I have cha-chas, and it happens to be in the color blue and red. And I have cigars, and it almost looks like an offering table for a loi, essentially, but it has all my stuff on it. And people are like, oh, what is this? What is this? Like, I'm really rebuking negative energy as people come to me. It's like, because I don't know y'all, and I'm going to stay protected at all times. And that's how I feel like I bring my grandmothers into it, because I have pictures of them on my table. They're like, who is this? And I'm like, these are the women who inspired me to do what I'm doing. So I found a way to encapsulate all of my Haitian self into these products, and it's only a matter of time before the right person get their hands on it.
Only a matter of time.
I'm just gonna keep calling people Ashy until they get tired.
Until they get tired. Hey, it's working.
Yeah,
it's working.
Is it?
It's working. Hey, we made sure we was good before you
Yes,
came in.
I love to see it. I
We
love
make
to
sure we
see
were
it.
straight,
I love to
We're not
see
trying to
it.
be called ashy here,
Non,
man.
franchement, passez me d'abord. I just passed the collection plate.
You gotta pass it low key though.
No,
Cameras is a
no,
little
no,
bit. You
no, no,
gotta.
no, 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 no. No, for embarrass. Are you not embarrassed? Parce que sorti de à tout blanche, bouchou blanche, pure blanche. But you're pas bon, man.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Oh, yes. Now we're moving on to the triumphs. But before we move on to the triumphs of so far, you and that being a business owner, a mother, a wife, anything you want to let the people know based on you overcoming your struggling phase and you still battling it right now, but just to that mother, to that wife that's going through it right now, is about to step into that field. What's one thing that you would want to tell them before you get to telling them the good parts of being in
I
that side?
would definitely say to trust your instincts, trust yourself, because a lot of people don't go into business because they don't trust their bottom line, which is their gut. And my gut have not steered me wrong when it comes to this yet. This has brought me, although it has been the hardest thing I've chosen to do, but it is the most rewarding thing that I have ever done besides create a family for myself. Just trust yourself, even if nobody else sees it, because I can tell you that my family members don't support me. They don't buy my stuff.
That's crazy.
Ain't it?
That's crazy.
And I've given jars away to them. And they still don't. When they out, they're like, "Oh, I'm out." Okay, pay for it like everybody else does.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like when I started with not with family, but I had family members.
Yeah.
This path has cost me my relationship with them.
Wow.
It has cost me my relationship with my mother.
Wow.
It's not for the faint. If you're not a thug for real, this is not for you, because people will play in your face. They will play with your time. They will disrespect you. They will belittle you. But it is up to you to know your worth and the value of what you're bringing to the table, and to stand on that 10 toes down and 20 feet deep. As someone told me last week when I was ready to quit, you better die by your own sword before you let somebody else smite you. Like, I'm ready to die behind this. So at this point, I've given it everything that I could possibly give. Literal blood, sweat, so many tears, and so many years. And the amount of dollars, I don't even want to think. I don't want to think about it, because when I think about it, it makes me feel like I should be so much further along than I am. But I have made so much progress in the last year than the last 10 years, as far as visibility and, like I said, trusting myself and knowing what the intention is behind the product and standing on that. Just trust yourself. Pray a lot. Excuse me. I would definitely say to pray for your discernment and to ask God to open your eyes to see everyone around you for who and what they are. Because some people will tag along to you because they see your potential. They see where you could possibly go, and they want to ride along. And a lot of the times they're not meant to be there. So I would definitely say trust yourself, but also trust God, and ask whoever you believe in, child, because some people it's not God. Whoever you choose to, whoever your master is, ask him or her to protect you and to see you through this, because it's a lot of people are not successful for a reason. So It takes a lot of perseverance.
Yes.
So if you weak,
I mean, what they could build resilience through
no,
it.
you can, but you have to be willing. Like,
That's true.
some people may not be ready to give their relationship up with their family members who are toxic to them, who are literally blocking their blessings just because they want to say, "Oh, I have family in my corner." Bye,
That takes
y'all.
a lot.
Bye. Y'all not buying my stuff anyway, so why are you here?
Jeez.
See, it hit different, don't it?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would
Sheesh.
definitely trust yourself, trust your instincts, but lean on whoever your higher power is, because you're going to need him or her to see you through, because there's going to be a lot of foolishness.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said it. You said trust yourself, which reminded me to what Shazam said, which was talking about identity. So it seems like you have figured out your identity with this whole business.
It took me 34 years to get here, and I'm not about to apologize to anyone for choosing me, my business, my family over cousinship. I don't care if you pushed me out. I didn't ask to be here. I am here. You're either gonna work with me or you're gonna be away from me. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
But that's the choice that I made. And I'm not saying that anybody and everybody who goes into business is going to lose their family. Sometimes your family see what you're doing and they rally behind you and they support you as they should. And sometimes you're like me. You're alone and people are watching to see you fail. And God forbid you end up shooting a shot like Kobe and getting it, then it's gonna be, oh, that's my no. I don't know.
You wasn't
y'all.
with me shooting in the gym.
No. Because I'm definitely gonna be like, is who you? Man, I know you. I'm back on the new kote. Oh, I'm your. Oh, grandma. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Solo. But I buried y'all with her. So
yeah. Sheesh.
So.
Wow, that's I commend you for that, because it takes a lot, man. Because you would usually expect your family. This has been something that's been proven over time and over every single time that the real support really don't come from family and friends. It's really from complete strangers
that you don't know, and you're like,
right? That's how you feel about it.
Your pardon. Wait, no, Fleshman, somebody cue him. I beg your pardon. Like, how is this? How does a stranger but what I notice is the people who've known you all your life, they have this picture of you and they don't want to deviate from that picture. So if you're trying to level up, oh, she thinks she better than somebody. You remember when she was out here doing X, Y, and Z, but that's not me anymore.
Transition. Come on, somebody.
They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you evolve. It's like you're supposed to stay the same. And it's like, I'm not going to apologize because you still see me through this lens when I am a completely different person. Since that's who you remember, you can stay in the past with her, and while you could be in my past, because you're not welcome. You're not welcome in my present or my future, because if you're going to keep throwing who I was in my face, it's only a matter of time before I need to get to where I need to go, until you pull a domino off of my thing and you just collapse my house of cards because you mad because I did something that you didn't think I could do. So I told God, it's real soon to do small, because I'm touching $1 million and I don't want anybody around me that doesn't deserve to be around me. Certainly wasn't shooting with me in the gym. Talking about, new millionaire. No. I'm the only pay tax slab. Messy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh man, this is good. This is good. All right, now we spoke about the journey. You guys see the background. You guys see the before. Now let's talk about the after. Let's talk about the triumphs. Let's talk about the wins that's happening for you right now, currently.
Well, I'm here talking about my product. I've never had the opportunity to have such a wide audience, besides, my ambassadors reposting my stuff to their social media platforms. So to have gotten this opportunity just by doing my due diligence and going to events and meeting people, just calling people ashy with love and them receiving it to be like, oh, you need to connect with so and so. Like, it's almost like I always tell people I am the best ambassador for my business. I make it. I've been using it the most. Nobody can talk about this product like me. If you put me outside with a polar bear in the cold, I will sell ice to him. If you know what I'm
Hustler.
you know what I'm saying? Like, because I just feel like nobody's gonna do it like me. So I'm proud to like, oh girl, look at your hands all ashy. But I got something for that if you let me. And I always follow that with a hand massage. And they're like, oh, girl, this is nice. I'm like, I know. You work so hard, girl. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, this is not, how much is this? And then we start from there.
That's beautiful.
Being here is definitely a triumph. My company jingle is about to turn 1 year old in November. That is that is to me the biggest win, because I don't know anybody out here with a jingle, a good one at that, and the person who made it is not a whack rapper.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing if you made one good jingle. Okay. It's one thing if you you can make one jingle and it's good, and then you go to his discography and you're like, man, this but it's like, no, all the catalog stands for itself, and it's like, I made a good choice. Go me. But that, and literally getting the opportunity to vent at different events in Philadelphia, different opportunities to just be in the room.
Yes. So glad you touched on that, which is what I was going to go to next, which is networking. You know, how has networking really helped you excel in pushing out your business?
Networking is everything. If you're like shy and introvert, I don't know if like business is for you, especially like selling products, things.
That's facts.
Luckily, God blessed me with the gift of gab. I have a great personality, and I'm not too ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrapped in a nice packaging, and hi. Oh, you cute. I know, but you ashy. Let me see your hand. You know what I'm saying?
I got something I can help you with.
Like literally, I try to work my way into whatever room that I can. Some rooms you're not going to be invited. Some rooms you have to bust in like, hey, I'm here. Sure. What's up? But luckily for me, I've come across people along the way, and they're like, I like your energy. And if your energy stink, if your energy is stink, if you're like harboring animosity towards people, or, you feel like people should have done you right and exit, like if your aura is unpleasant, people are not going to want to work with you.
Yeah.
That's just what I've learned. So I come in with a smile, ready to call people ashy, and have my product on hand to give them a hand massage. That has gotten me in a lot more rooms than I really anticipated.
Yeah. And that's really cool though,
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of a certain kind of trust too to just let people touch, because we don't like to be touched at all.
No, a lot of people don't like to be touched, but then if you don't want to be touched, I'll just offer the jar to you. But then they'll see me massaging somebody else's hand, and they're like, "That looks like it feels good."
I'm leaving here with some.
Like, you're right. Come on, Denzel. Like, they be like, I want next, because that looked like it feels really good, and people don't notice how much tension and pressure your hand really hold. And you start rubbing on their hand, they start telling you their life story. Child, I was like, all right, that's nice. You gonna buy something though, right? Sometimes it doesn't end in a sale. Sometimes it's, oh, this is nice, but I got something. And then I'll get a DM. It's like, your product is not the same of like the thing that it's like, I tried to tell you, sis. But Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so your triumph says you're getting more exposure for sure. Banging jingle. and power of networking.
Yes.
And those are really three great things. I want to switch the topic up a little bit.
Okay.
Because, granted, this is your time to shine, but I want to take a little a little.
A little.
You're Haitian. Stop it. I want to take a little shift to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to the guys, because what you're doing right now, a lot of guys will find it, a little bit intimidating because it's like, oh, your wife, the businesswoman, and you just here. You know what I'm saying? So, what are some tips? And which is why I say I wish he came, but of course, husband duties. What are some ways that he's been able to support your dream and push you out besides, giving you the name and stuff like that?
Well, he gave me a problem to solve. I mean, everybody's ashy, but healthcare workers deal with a different type of like drying skin experience.
You have to wash their hands and stuff.
It's really something else. And it's like, if you have a man who works manual labor, like you on it, like, you know what it is. Hands be rough. It feels like paille de fe. It's terrible. It's horrible. Right? So, besides the name, he gave me an issue to fix, to fix in a different realm. Like, we civilians, we have dry skin, but the people who are in the hospitals who are washing their hands raw, they deal with a different type of issue. Not only did he give me a problem to fix, but he allowed me the opportunity to stay home and to be a mother, to raise my child, to focus on that and my purpose, which is my business. So he has supported me since the beginning when, he didn't have to as his girlfriend, but, I would hope that he saw something that was, that has potential, and he just decided to. And he used the product. He know what it is. I could say a whole lot of, he used the product. He knows what it is. But he's also, he's a man. So he's not outside like, yeah, my guy, you kind of ashy. Let me help you. Like, he's not doing that. Mm-hmm. I would like for him to, because nobody else uses the product more than me and our son than him. Mm-hmm. And he's in different settings where it can be useful. But at this point, he I guess he did what he could, and selling is not his forte. So whenever there's an occasion for him to give somebody a gift, best believe you're gonna get Works of London. He's not spending no money getting you something extra nice. Trust me, like you're gonna get a jar of this signature blend. You're gonna get this jar of signature blend because you're ashy and you need it. And then they go home and they use it and they're like, oh, your wife make this? This is nice. Yeah. But it ain't. I look at any opportunity he get to bring something to somebody. Yeah. It's like, oh, here, go ahead and give him a jar, because we're not spending no money over here. We have money. There it is. Mm-hmm.
All right then, fellas. Well, y'all hear it. Take some notes. You know what I'm saying? Support your lady by pushing out her products. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. Yo, I remember I seen a TikTok. It was like the guy was like, when she the one that makes all the money, but she sell weave. So he was like, this is a 26-inch weave. It's a 24. Y'all can get it from this. Get it from this link right here.
Okay, facts.
Support my lady. Listen, man.
No, that because sometimes, like me personally, like I'll see like women and husband and wife team, and they're like, I'm like, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it is. It is a beautiful thing.
I would love to have that, but that man ain't gonna call nobody ashy. He ain't gonna do it. So, I delegate. Now I have brand ambassadors to do that. He did all he could. So now he's just waiting to
see the results.
Yeah. So y'all don't be ashy, okay?
Feel me? And fellas, don't be scared to support your lady. Y'all on a team. When she win, you win.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When
don't
she
be
win,
insecure.
You win. That's a fact. Because it's a lot of times, the fellas, they fall into society like, oh, your lady's doing this. And then you just here. Like, you just here. While your lady's the one pushing out the business. And sometimes it works. But actually, I'm not even going to say sometimes. Most of the time it works. Most of the big ladies that you see, that most of the big entrepreneurs that are women, that guy have no problem being a stay-at-home person now, or just being a stay-at-home dad, or just being there supporting the lady. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
But it takes a secure man.
That's true.
To be able to do that. Some men are not there yet.
That's true.
But you know, as long as you're not killing her dream, oh, this ain't this and this ain't that. The market is set. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't bring the doubt that she's already hearing or getting from
that's
society.
The easiest way to kill a dream and to dry up all of the inspiration and everything else.
Yeah.
When you're, oh well, you're not even where you're supposed to be at.
Relax.
Whoa.
Relax. You just
and
begging.
then it's like at this point it's giving you just riding a coattail so you can get to the destination.
That boy is begging to sleep on the couch. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Don't do that, buddy.
No, but it does happen, and you know, businesses and marriages are tough.
Yeah.
Marriage is hard. Having a business is hard. Sometimes you can do both, and sometimes you got to choose your hard.
Yeah.
So if you have someone who's your teammate, because it's one thing to be married and you know somebody telling you what to do and you do this and you do that, and then having a partnership with someone and say, okay, I see where you're going, I see what you want to do. I mean, if I can throw some money into it, or you know, put you in front of the right contacts to talk to the right people to get you where you need to be, but just be supportive and don't stress her out.
To be honest, you feel me? Now I gotta ask you this question, right? I feel like it's a question that because everybody's definition of this is different. So what does success mean to you? Like, what does you being successful look like in this field?
Me being successful looks like me not having to get on any app to call anybody Ashy, because the business has now been sustaining itself. The name is a household name, or it's beginning to become a household name. Like, I don't have to announce myself. You know what I mean? Like when you see the logo, it's like, oh, that's Works of London.
Okay.
Success to me looks like me being preferably at home in Haiti, and then coming over here, you know, every once in a while to oversee some things.
Yeah.
But like, or living somewhere in a warm climate and just being in my warehouse and cranking out products and never to be seen on the internet again. Once I'm like not on the internet, understand.
You made it.
I have made it.
We made it.
When you don't see me, what's up, internet? It's me again, back with me and my Ash. When you don't see me, it's a wrap. Like I've made my money, and I'm somewhere on 40 acres, you know, just planting cocoa butter trees and all kinds of nuts so I can make my own butter for real and just be happy. Okay. That's what success looks like to me, being able to take care of my family. I have family back home in Haiti that I would love to bring here to once I start to expand. I don't want to hire random stranger dangers. I would like to have my brothers and sisters come and just put them in the fold. Like, this is the family business. This is what I've been breaking my back for all of these years. I know it didn't look like I was doing anything, but I promise y'all I was working on something, and to just bring them in and we start working as a family business like our ancestors intended us to do. But that's what success looks like to me.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. In terms of, so you're your own brand, in terms of collaborations with other brands or any brands that you're rocking with, do you see you doing any collabs with any other?
I would love to do a collaboration with another brand, but it just has to make sense. I've already I found my little niche, and I'm just only going to build on that. It's only going to expand, and it has to just make the perfect sense. If it doesn't make sense, I can throw you a free jar, but we not about to do business like for real, where people are like, you know, when they think of me, they think of you type of thing.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
nah, because
gotcha.
if it's not right, it's just not right.
Okay. Makes sense. The brand that you're rocking right now. Feel me?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all see my socks?
Come on now.
I got it. Okay.
Feel me? You branded up. So please let us know what you rocking on with you right now. Feel
So
me?
now I can really talk my ish about my brand ambassador, right?
Yeah, go
So
ahead now.
this is his insignia, his logo, whatever you want to call it. His name is Meet Spady. If I need to spell it for you, I will. But Meet Spady, MEATSPADY. He is a Philly-based rapper who is about to win Album of the Year next Grammy. So look out for it.
Speaking into
Listen,
existence.
I don't endorse whack rappers, you guys. I don't speak things that I don't really truly believe. And when I first met him, he saw me and I saw him, and it was just so nice to be seen by someone real.
Yeah.
So this is his brand, and he has an album coming out. It's called The Same Kind of Different. Slaps. I already heard it.
You already heard it from Thing.
Oh, it's top tier. I think it's some of his best work out of the discography, but you know, I may be biased. The album is coming out on the 21st of July. It's called The Same Kind of Different. The concept, the subject matter, everything about the album is really top tier. And wherever I go, I just have to represent, because who else gave me a jingle?
Yeah, it got it.
Nobody. So if I don't rep hard for him, what does he look like putting his signature sound on a brand that is really technically nobody knows really? You know what I mean? So I just represent as much as I can.
And you represent.
You know, I'm like, it's my uniform. I try to, it's the least I could do.
For sure.
So please go ahead and stream. Okay, please stream Works of London Souffle by Meet Spady. Is on all digital platforms, and right now the new album is out for pre-order. He is trying to sell 1,000 albums. So please help my brand ambassador achieve his goal. Go ahead and pre-order the album. It slaps. It's not corny. And if it is corny, I'll give you $8 back, but I'm not going to have to do that. So I believe in it that much.
Say no more. Wow. See, that is how brand partnerships work, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting a live representation. So we're about to almost be there. You feel me? My heart. We almost at the end.
No, Baba isn't clear.
You know? But along this journey from 2013 to now, is there anything you would change?
No, there's nothing I would have changed, because I really would not be the woman that I am today had I not gone through all of these experiences. My car was stolen in February, February. That just passed, with over $3,500 worth of product in it. My car was stolen on February 24th. It was recovered 4 days later, and they took my car seat, my inventory, down to my trash can. That was the biggest inventory like I've ever had.
Wow.
And watching it walk away and not collecting anything from it, like, y'all, that took me to such a dark place. But all of this made me so much more resilient. It's almost like God is testing me to see, if I keep throwing hardships at you, are you gonna fumble? Because if you fumble at these little things, you can't handle $1 million.
Sheesh.
So as much as, I had to reel myself back to let God do what he got to do. I said, hey, look, man, I need my car back because I got stuff to do. I can't afford to buy a new car. Like, no, like straight up. And I was with my son when the car was stolen.
Sheesh.
I was with my child outside. And I was just like, if my son wasn't here, like I probably would have done something stupid. But all of these things all of these hardships have shown me that I'm a lot more resilient than I give myself credit for. And I am definitely covered by God because as so many things that I've gone through, people would not believe it. They're like, girl, you lying, you telling fibs. And it's like, I'm a walking testimony.
Come on
and
now.
It's only a matter of time before people recognize who they were in the presence of, who they had the opportunity to be around, and they fumbled me. But I'm going to get to my destination regardless. So watch me shine, baby.
Come on now. Come on now.
So,
Tell the guys this all the
I
time,
wouldn't change a thing. I am the woman I am today because I've made certain decisions for myself. And if that means I lost everybody else and I gained myself, I'm happy with that.
That's not an L, to be honest.
No, it's really the biggest W I could have.
Biggest W.
Because I should not be alive today.
Wow. Oh, we're going somewhere now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I wouldn't change a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
No, and I'm not like, this is not something that I'm ashamed to talk about or I shy to talk about because honestly,
please, if you don't mind.
mental hardships are some of the most shamed, secretive things that, especially in the Haitian community, God forbid you say you depressed. Bien trop, bien ventu, depressed. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, in our culture, that's really looked down upon. But I've made enough attempts on my life to know that, like, I don't function very well when I'm in a certain space.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed to acknowledge it. And I'm not ashamed to say something about it.
So how did you overcome that, though? Because you said you took multiple attempts.
Mm-hmm.
How did you manage to overcome that?
My last attempt was, I want to say it was like 12 years ago. I was like in my early 20s. I had to be like 22.
Wow.
I took half a bottle of sleeping pills with vodka. I sent a mass text message like I was done with life.
Wow.
And I sent a mass text message, did what I did. My roommate found me, called 911. And another friend extended the opportunity to go to therapy to me. And I left where I was with the clothes on my back. And I didn't look back. And that helped me gain my freedom. So I'm not ashamed at all because, as I said, I should not be here. But God spared me. So my job is not done.
Yeah.
Whoever's supposed to hear my story, whoever is supposed to affect, whoever is supposed to touch, until I do that, I don't think I'm going to go anywhere. And I'm certainly not going to make any more attempts because if I couldn't kill me, nothing on this realm can take me. Like God himself got to be like, all right, girl, come on, it's time to go. But other than that, y'all ashy. I mean, then I'm gonna do that's my job. It's my job to make sure you check your elbows, you know what I'm saying? The webs of your fingers, you tighten up. That's another slogan. Tighten up. Tighten up. You know? We can't be serious all the time. It could get so heavy.
I love it. Cause that's just me. I can't be too serious for too long, man. You had me. I'm about to shed a tear, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Nah. We gangsters. You gotta shed the tear afterwards.
Facts. One tear for me. One tear for you. Oh man, I really appreciate you for coming through and telling your story, man. It's really a beautiful story. Like you say, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and you couldn't kill you, so definitely ain't nothing really could.
Yeah.
Take you out now, except for the man himself. Wow, man, that is beautiful. One more question, please, if you don't mind me asking. balancing wife. Like, how are you? Because once again, the main key thing for masculinity, when I was having that conversation with my previous guest, he was talking about balance is everything. So how are you balancing, wife, mother, business CEO? Like, how are you managing all that together?
Uh,
I'm just here.
I just clock in. I just wake up and I clock in and do my job. And at nighttime I clock out. I don't honestly, I am living in my manifestation when it comes to my personal life. I manifested my family. So I'm just extremely grateful to have a husband and a child of my own, because, a lot of people don't have that. And in my journey, people try to make me be ashamed of being a stay-at-home mom and, oh, X, Y, and Z and da 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 da. And it's like, you Haitian, you know how we are raised as Haitian girls, Haitian women. You know how we're raised. And even though I've been in this country for 25 years, I am very much a Haitian woman. Very, very much a Haitian woman. And I didn't see any other life for myself. So I'm grateful every day for my family. It's not easy at all, but I just think about the times when I didn't have anybody. Like, I was just searching for this love that I couldn't find anywhere else. Now that I've literally created it out of thin air and I've made a person that loves me unconditionally, like, that gives me so much drive to make what I'm doing happen, because my son is watching me now. And he's literally repeating everything. He's beatboxing, like the jingles like that he hears on my Instagram page. He's literally like, pa pa da pa pa wee. It's like, if I wanted to give up now, I can't.
Because now the why is bigger than you.
It's definitely bigger than me, but also, I respectfully ask God for all of this. So he gave it to me. So what am I going to do with it?
Sheesh. That's crazy that you touched on that, because that's yeah. Ooh, that just hit me. Yeah,
no, it's hard. I started a business right after we had a baby. We got married, had a baby, and I started, like, all the things you shouldn't do in the first year of marriage. I did it, and it's not easy. It brings a lot of strain in your relationship, but again, hopefully you're doing life with the right person and they're gonna give you a little push when you can't go no more.
That's crazy that you said that. You really, what you pray for. There's this quote, I'm trying to remember it, but it's not coming to me. But yeah, you hit it right on the nail. It's crazy, because then it really shows everything with gratitude also, because it's like people aren't really appreciative of everything they have now, but then at a certain point in time, you used to ask God for these things. You used to pray to have what you have now. And it's really crazy that you mentioned that. That just hit me.
It hits me every day. I'm like, I look at my son, I'm like, wow, you were really like a hope in my heart. Like, I wanted him so desperately to see him in person. Like, damn, look at that. So if I don't do anything, I'm gonna win.
For sure. Got to. You got to.
So,
ooh, wait. Yeah. All right. Now we reached the part of the segment where you get to ask me any questions that you want. And oh gosh, oh Lord. I'm scared.
So
talk to
since
me.
you got a chance to try the product and what do you think? I need details. I need the tea.
Details, okay.
Yeah, because you've tried many other products. Yes. So go ahead and tell it to me like I'm slow.
Okay, like I said, so I'm a oily skin person now. So the fact that I was able to use the product and I was, like I said, I was glowing and not shining like every other product I use. It was really good, and it's very long lasting, like to the point where even sometimes I would wash my hands and
And
it'll
you're
still
like,
be.
hey, wait a minute.
I'm not
Right,
ashy.
right.
That is
7 years.
yeah, that is
7
insane.
years.
That was actually insane to me. Because usually what I would do before is because in the bathrooms at my job they usually have lotion in the bathroom because they know you get ashy after you wash your hands. You know, so it was really refreshing for me to finish washing my hands, dry it off, and I'm like,
I got something for that.
that was actually really cool, and I appreciate it. The Egyptian one is really my favorite.
Egyptian
smell.
vanilla?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
My
I got
favorite
something.
smell. And of course the Shea Butter. Those two are my favorite smells. The soap also is really good. The soap is pretty good.
You sound like a crackhead. You sound like a Works of London crackhead. I love to hear it. Tell me more.
Because like when I asked to like try stuff, I actually tried it. You know, I actually tried it. And it was crazy because while you gave me your products, I was also testing out somebody else's.
And it don't compare where it don't compete.
It was interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You don't have to say I like your politically. I really like you know.
I am a content creator at the end of the day. Yeah, facts.
No, we're not throwing no shade, sis, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoever you don't know, but you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
And
for me.
okay, call a spade a spade. It don't compare where it don't. He didn't say it. Feel free to send him more stuff. I said it. You want to do something? Come see me.
Woo!
You know,
all right.
No fighting or nothing. We can talk about formulation, help you get your stuff together.
Don't that talk.
You know, I might charge you a fee, but hey, you know, I can help.
Come on
but
now.
I'm so glad you were when we first like came across each other, and you were like, well, I don't promote things I don't get to try. And I remember I told you I don't do business with people who not even willing to try my product.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I was like, oh, this is gonna be good because I didn't have to force you to try it. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to, and you gave it a fair chance, and you know.
Yeah, pat him back.
You know.
I stand behind Works of London. Hey, I'm saying it here. I stand behind Works of London, man. The products are really good. The soap, down to the butter itself. Really long lasting, smells really great. I remember I did a mixture where I had put it with my cologne. Oh man, that night at the party.
Oh yes.
Hey, come on now. Fellas, I'm gonna give y'all a tip. Damn, but it's not her butter though.
Okay.
Anyways, whatever butter you use.
Shop Works of London first, and then put your cologne on.
You feel me? Put your cologne with your butter. And then, you know what I'm saying? Put that on and you're gonna be.
I'm glad you said that because, you know, a lot of people don't know that you're not supposed to put lotion on dry skin. You know how you get out the shower, you completely dry off the water and then you apply more. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to leave your skin just a little bit damp so the product can really get into your skin and saturate and penetrate the skin. So you know how sometimes you're putting on the lotion and it feels like sandpaper a little bit?
Yeah.
That's because your skin is dry. You're not supposed to moisturize dry skin. So since y'all did your research, I'm sure y'all have seen my reels when I'm spraying and you're like, why, friend, why? Because around here, we don't moisturize dry skin. We do it damp. So that's what helps the product not only penetrate your skin, it helps activate the butters. It smooths out the skin even better. So I'm glad you said that. And you smell, and when you're putting on your cologne, it's best to put it on hydrated skin because it makes your cologne last longer. Tip for y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's for ladies too. It's for all of us.
Yeah, giving gems on gems. Come on now.
Thank you for being so receptive because you know dudes love to walk around ashy. No shade. Not the men in this room because y'all know better.
We straight. Hey, we straight.
Y'all know better, but you know, spread the gospel. Tell the people them and. Yeah, y'all are doing God's work out here. I love to see it.
Oh, nah, amen.
I love to see it.
All right, now we reached the part of the podcast or the episode where they call this section "Support is Free." there's a section where you get to shout out anybody, you know what I'm saying, your brand, or, well, like I said, support is free. So go ahead and give the shout out that you need
my
to.
list. Hold on. I didn't even know I was going to have to think, get my Whitney on.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to give a big, huge shout out to my Works of London brand ambassadors, because without you guys, without your support, and without your believing in the vision, a vision that's not fully actually realized, we're literally in the thick of it, but y'all see it, and y'all riding with me till the wheels fall off. I really couldn't pay for that type of support. I love and appreciate y'all, and I will never, ever let y'all be ashy outside. That's on my son. Okay.
Period.
Oh, Carice. Oh, I'm sorry, Chef Bay. I have a lot of brand ambassadors, so I'm gonna start it again.
Go ahead.
Spady, the very first one.
Come on now.
Big Stanny, Soul Rider Marie,
3.
Carice, Chef Bay, Sensei,
5.
and Jarrell, Alien Bay. I love y'all. And John is my photographer. Any of the fire pictures that you see me post, my cousin I'm really trying to make this a family brand. My girlfriend Nacho, she just came on, our resident stallion. I love y'all, like, for real. If it wasn't for y'all, I probably would have quit by now. So shout out to all of y'all in stream. Works of London Souffle on all digital platforms by the supernova star himself, Meet Spady, and definitely pre-order The Same Kind of Different, the album. And he has a documentary that's going to be dropping too, along with the album. It's with the same name, The Same Kind of Different. Your girl was featured on it just a little bit. But please support the brand and support my brand ambassadors. I don't endorse whack rappers. Please. The bars and the entendres have to be superb. And the positions filled, so no need for you to apply. Thank you.
She know what she talking about now.
You know.
Come on, somebody. Wow.
Thank you, team. I love y'all.
Well, for me, per usual, editor will put who I'm shouting out. And of course, I want to say thank you for coming on. This was a great conversation. I really enjoyed it.
This was worth the trip. I hope I get a chance to come back.
I hope so too. I know it took a lot. I mean, this was 2 months of planning.
Yes.
2 months.
Everything almost went wrong this morning. Oh my God. Everything. This is how I know, like, I was supposed to be here. This was divine intervention. Something happened. It's like, okay, I got new childcare. I can come. Please don't cancel me, please. So I knew I was supposed to be here, and it was a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And I'm going to be telling all my Haitian friends to make sure they make their way up here, get in contact with y'all so they can have a platform to come to introduce themselves to the Haitian community. And diga moun yo priyo blanche men. Get themselves together, man.
And don't be ashy.
Don't be ashy. You know what I'm saying? Because why? When Works of London exists, we exist just for your ashiness. Please.
Come on now. Come on.
Tighten up.
Well, man, thank you guys for watching. Of course, remember, we on that road to 1,000. We no longer 500. We up in the bar now. You feel me? We're on the road to that 1,000. So make sure to follow us on all our socials. That's at EPIDSIT __. That's at EPIDSIT. And we'll see you in the next one.
Epi.set.
AP.sit.